in regards to networking, and one of God's promises is friendship in all walks of life to a friendless people. Okay, so when you're friendless and God promises you friendship in all walks of life, then that can be considered heaven here on earth, right? Because you're tapping into influence. So how important, brother, is networking to realizing that reality of friendship in all walks of life? Because can one not be a networker and have friendship in all walks of life? And what is the real advantage of networking?
That's an excellent question. It was a book called something about power. It's a book about power, and I was reading when I was working. And it said, if you wanted to make yourself more valuable in the workplace, it had very specific things that they would tell you to do. And one of them was increase your network, right? And it worked very specific in the job that I was working because I had clientele. Yeah. And they said, make sure you have degrees of separation in between people in your network. Yeah. That your web of people that you connected to, right, is directly correlated to your net worth. Yeah. Right? What makes you valuable? Because a person may, Brother Keys, can you get this brother on the phone? Right. You understand me? Not 48 Laws of Power. I don't particularly like that book. That's 48 Laws of Deception. Yeah. You understand me? Somebody put the comment, but I'm very specific about that book. It's very Machiavellian deceptive.
Right. I found it the same way.
Like,
you can pull out one or two things, but if you take that as your Bible, you're in trouble.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that, because it's not built on righteousness. So,
and it's also very important for you to be very enlightened before you read that book.
Fact.
If you read that book prior to enlightenment, you're gonna badly wire your mind.
You gotta have a filter. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. There you go.
But so when the networking, so what I decided to do, I had certain clientele that I wouldn't let the manager meet. I wouldn't let nobody else in that store meet, because I knew if they wanted to get rid of me, they would also be getting rid of my network.
Yes.
You understand me? And so I put impediments between their ability to fire me and my value. Yeah, right. And so learning how to network also taught me the power of value. Yeah. You understand me? And as people ask me all the time, how do you create so many relationships with so many different people around the world? And number one, I tell them I don't do anything sucker. That's my urban way of breaking it down. Right. I maintain my integrity with my relationships. Yeah. By not doing anything negative with them, unrighteous or wrong to anybody, right? And so when I meet people, I usually have nothing that I want.
Yes.
Right. So I go into a situation blank, right? I know basketball players, I know boxers, I know celebrities, I know politicians, I know many people.
Yes.
And they can know me for years and I wouldn't ask them for nothing. And they're so used to meeting people that always asking them for something. And so my goal is always first as I network is to be of service.
Yes.
The most valuable thing that a human being can do. When you want to look at the billionaires, go look at Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Right. Go look at Jeff Bezos. Go look at Tim Cook. They have a service that they provide.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody wants to be the master. Nobody wants to be the servant. Right. And so once you become a servant and you become a service to a multitude of people, then you automatically are a value to them. I was taught usefulness determines your value.